Hi guys, Jen the Janabler here. I'm trying to prop up my phone here. It's proving to be difficult today. Okay, so that should work. Today we're going to talk about how I cloth diapered in the hospital and cloth under 8 pounds. A lot of newborn cloth diapers start about 8 pounds. Some of them start a little bit less, like rumperoos and stuff. My kids are typically tiny. Huzaifa, who is my second youngest, is kind of like the mutant of my family. All three of my other kids stayed very, very small, and just like Hafsa right now, she is still uber super tiny. She is still under 8 pounds, and she's just over a month old. So you can totally cloth diaper itty bitties without it being super bulky. You can't, I promise, but all-in-ones are more of your best bet for that. However, Geffen flats, mini kite folded or origami under a cover will be trim as well, along with newborn sized pre-folds. You guys, no smalls for newborns, okay? Even larger newborns, when they're like 8 or 9 pounds, the smalls will be super bulky. I mean, you can make it work, don't get me wrong. You can make it work, but it's going to be bulkier. We don't really tend to use clothes until they're bigger and out of diapers, so that's not really a problem for us, but just in general, if you want something smaller that'll fit underneath a onesie, you're definitely going to want small or a Geffen. Alright, so let me grab my pile here. So I'm really only going to talk about stuff that works well under 8 pounds. I have other videos for newborn in general, and then I'll do one over 8 pounds when I get there. Like I said, she's not quite 8 pounds yet. Alright. So, one of my favorite newborn all-in-ones was Grovia. I was quite surprised. Honestly, I'm still surprised that I love it so much. It's basically like a mini Grovia 1. And it has the rise snaps, which is really nice. It doesn't have a cord snap, but it didn't really have a problem. I mean, it's pretty low rise here, but it's also generous enough in the legs that I'm still comfortably wearing it one rise snap down, but it also got small enough to be used the first couple days here. So, super cute, pretty absorbent. We're actually using this overnight with a Geffen doubler, which I had handy here. The Geffen newborn insert. These guys are life too, by the way. Get yourself a pack of 3. Alright. And Twinkie Tush Fusion, the fitteds. We don't use a cover with this, guys. You can, but this works really well as well under 8 pounds. It has 2 sets of rise and a belly snap here, and we just kind of had to pull the wings up a little bit to get a tighter fit around the leg, but we really like this, and this is going to last us quite a while. We could still get her on the lower snap here, but she's a bit more comfortable with just the belly snap down right now. And I know these guys are pricey, so that's why we only have one, but this is awesome. Alright. Other favorite. Ooh, my phone vibrated, guys, and took a tumble. Sorry. Alright. Is it going to stay now? Of course it's not. I had it sitting just right. Okay, there we go. Thirsty's newborn all-in-ones. We use this the second day, and it just fits really well too, and it does have your newborn snap down. Again, day 1, perfect to go. Now, the first diaper that we used on Hafsa was the Rumperoos, Little Joeys. These come in a pack of 2, and they fit itty bitties, like 4 pounds and up. She is still, I mean, it kind of just depends on the day and if she just ate or not, but we can still use the tiny rise on her. But if she's already eaten, she's fully unsnapped. It kind of just depends on where the belly's hanging. But these guys are pretty great. Some tips and tricks on these guys, because we did have the issues. When you open this up, you'll see that it has this little groove here, and they do kind of curl up. So when you're washing these, be sure to snap them. And they do take quite a bit of time to dry, guys. We wash them and dry them like this. It ensures that any poop that gets kind of caught in the line here is fully washed out, or you can spray, but we did find that they wash better when you snap them together. This is the only all-in-one that I had do that, and it's honestly my only complaint. These guys were almost out of absorbency-wise, but they still fit really well, and we could use a doubler in this, absolutely no problem. And I got a Huzaifa behind me, so we're just going to kind of see how long he can stay and chill. Alright, I grabbed a Nickies here, but couldn't use that right away. Still doesn't fit all that great in the Nickies. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a one-size diaper that's probably one of my favorite fits, especially for a one size. And that is Lighthouse Kids. I talk about Lighthouse quite a bit because they're one of my new favorites. This started fitting for us just over 7 pounds. And they'll go, like Huzaifa, who's hanging out over here, he is 32 pounds and is still one rise snapped down on these guys just from the stretch. So definitely, if you got a baby on the way, get yourself some Lighthouse. Seriously, they just fit really well and they'll last you forever. Another really good one size that we started just over 7 pounds was Lullaby, their pockets. We just used the newborn insert here and we are good to go. It's really clean fit too. I was kind of surprised how well Lighthouse and Lullaby fit at the newborn stage just because they look bigger, but fully crossed over on the tabs and we were totally good to go. So if you're not trying to spend too much on your newborn in one size, stash Lullaby and Lighthouse can definitely be your way to go. And alright, Apple Cheeks. I tried the size 1 a few times on her. This did not start fitting until just recently. I mean, I could if I pulled up on the tabs to kind of get the wings, but it was just awkward. So I don't really recommend this if you're going to have a super small baby for a very long time, if you don't want to look at like wings standing up. But super gentle elastics on these guys, especially, you know, when they first come out and they're just like super, super fragile. And yeah, leg gussets on this are pretty fantastic. I don't know, I think my Sweet Pea All-in-One is still dirty. I did not grab that, guys. The Sweet Pea Bamboo All-in-One is really great. Actually, we cloth diapered in the hospital, and after she had had a bath, the nurse just picked up the cloth diaper that I had in the cart thing. She was good to go. She picked it up, put it on, like, bam. She's like, I've never used these before, but this is so cute. And I was like, you're amazing. I feel like I need to hug you right now. But they are Velcro, and they are super nice and short, and that was like, yeah, maybe her 3rd or 4th diaper from day 1. Sweet Pea covers, too, guys. The newborn covers, again, with the hook and loop. Fit right away, not a problem, but these fit better closer to 7 pounds. Alright, Imagine Bamboo All-in-One. This fit better closer to 7 pounds as well, but it does have your snap down and your 2 rise settings. Now, it is a little bit closer to Rumparoo size-wise to the little Joeys, but I couldn't get the legs as tiny as I needed to. But again, I have small kids. By the time that Hafsa had lost some weight, she was down to 6 pounds, 5 ounces. So again, itty-bitty chicken legs going on here. As far as Nickies, their Bamboo All-in-Ones run a little bit smaller than their Stay Dry. I wish I would have grabbed some of these in the hook and loop because I can get the hook and loop tighter. This fits her okay now. It really does. And it worked okay at about 6.5 pounds, closer to 7, but I had a little bit of leg gap. Same thing with Blueberry Simplex, so we're not really going to go into depth on those. Pretty much my favorite newborn cover, you guys, still, especially under 8 pounds, is going to be Rumparoo's. Hands down, I recommend these all day long because they are just so freaking fantastic. They are like 4 pounds and up. They're really reasonably priced, and they're going to last you a very long time. We had these on Halima until 16 or 18 pounds, and Huzaifa the same. Super stretchy, lots of fun Toki prints. And you can use absolutely anything that you want in these. Some newer things that we've tried this baby. Sustainable Babyish mini fitteds. Guys, if you can swing it, get yourself one of these, just like the Twinkie Tush. If you can do it, do it. It comes with a little soaker And it's just soft and cuddly. Really liked it. I used snappies with these. I know a lot of people use pins, but I was deathly afraid of it. But snappy this and go. And also, this is size. This is an extra small, sustainable baby-ish woolly. This is Weather Vane. Super, super cute. Enough stretch to get over a fitted, easy peasy, without really having to worry about anything. I had a little bit of a difficult time getting the regular knit extra small over a fitted. I don't know if that's just me freaking out, thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to crush the baby. But this is my go-to still right now for wool. The Nickies aren't quite small enough, or big, they're not small enough for how little Hafsa is right now. That's it right now, guys. Everything else is going to be, like, awesome once I get, when she chunks up a little bit. Some other things that I've tried, but just not quite loving the fit yet. Thirsty size 1. Best bottoms. We can get in here now, but I still have a little bit too much leg gap, but we'll get there. Yeah, everything else is just a little bit too big right now, guys. Hopefully, closer to 8.5 pounds, I'll be able to show you more things. How many did I keep in my newborn stash? This is kind of a loaded question. With Halima, we had a stash of about 30 flats, a couple fitteds, and a couple pre-folds, and everything else was covers. And I worked it with 6 covers, guys. And then we slowly got up to, I think, like 8 or 10. It can be done cheaply. It can be done as expensive as you want. I have quite a collection of newborn stash this go around. And I haven't really even touched half my covers yet. But you want at least 36 changes for a newborn to wash every 2 to 3 days. Alright, my laundry fills up like almost daily now, so it's crazy. See if I missed any questions. I don't think so. Okay, I'm going to kind of go over cloth diapering in the hospital really quick, and then I'm going to get out of here. And I will come back and answer questions. Huzaifa should not be up right now. So, what I did for cloth diapering in the hospital was I brought about 16 all-in-ones. I didn't want to have to deal with messing with covers or flats, you know, while I just kind of want to die and crawl back into bed, you know. So, we brought little Joey's, and we brought the Imagine, which, again, it worked okay. And, oh, yes, and the Grovia. And I brought the Blueberry Simplex, but I didn't reach for them, and I brought the Sweet Pea. And I just stuck those into a wet bag, and I brought another little wet bag. I actually brought my Funky Fluff one to use for my dirties, because it's got a really nice handle, and it's large enough to hold. If I would have gone through all 16 diapers, which I did not, it would have fit all of them in. And yeah, I think I went through about 12, and we left at about the 24-hour mark. Her first 2 diapers were her actual diapers, you know, like we used Sposies the first 2 changes, and then after that we just moved into cloth. And when I came home, guys, the meconium was super easy to deal with. It took like 2 seconds to spray off. I think I'd rather spray that off than EBF if I decided to, but we don't worry about any of that. But it came off. It didn't stain anything. The nurses were kind of like excited about it. I think I had 2 nurses that were actually commenting on it, like, oh, this is so cool, you're saving the environment, and they're adorable. So it was a nice kind of little conversation starter as well. I already had cloth laundry to do at home, so it wasn't like I was doing anything extra. I was still going to come home to laundry. I thought it was just going to be like a mess, and I'm going to lose a diaper, and da-da-da-da, but it was no different than the Sposies at the end of the day, except that I came home with a little bag of laundry. Yeah, I didn't bring anything super LE or hard to find, though, just in case we would have lost one, because that would have been bad, but that's really my advice anytime you guys leave the house, is not to bring something super LE. For flats, is that one size. I like the small size flats, like the Nickies printed or the Imagine printed, for that stage, and I do use the cotton ones at that point because cotton is a little bit trimmer. It's not as absorbent, but when you're changing a newborn, sometimes every half hour, that doesn't really matter a whole lot. Yeah. Geffen flats, though, guys, are super spendy. I know that they're super spendy, but they're the best newborn flat because they are very absorbent and they are stupid trim, and they do have some stretch, so it's really easy to wrap around the baby, especially in origami fold, and it actually fits at origami on a newborn. Like, they're a little bit small, so like when you start getting into the one size, you're gonna have to pad fold it, and that's about all that you can do. But they're worth it. I tie-dyed a bunch of them. I don't know where they are right now. Like, yeah, they tie-dye really nice, guys. Absolute favorite newborn flat. Alright, guys, unless you have any questions, I'm gonna head out and have a hot beverage and see if I can't get Huzaifa back to bed, and then I am going to go to bed because everybody is asleep, and that's a magical thing when you have 4 and under. Just double checking here. I don't see anything else, guys. So we will come back and talk to you guys in a couple weeks once she kind of chunks up a little bit. And, oh my goodness, Erin, that's hilarious. Let's not report me. I don't want to get banned from Nikki's. That would be a very, very sad thing for me. I wouldn't know what to do with my life, honestly. So we will talk later, probably in about a week, about the new Aqua Us sprayer that I got because it's pretty awesome. And, guys, this new beast that came to live with me, I love it. I need like 20 more of the Twinkie Tush Night Night Fusion. Seriously. This is Bae of the Fitteds. Alright, guys, have a great night. I'll talk to you later.